Hey guys, welcome back. Time for a new video. And this is what I've been working on slowly. I know you guys are surprised that it's not finished. Some of you guys caught my little short video of me starting on this car, working on this car. I had it in primer, but it was just the first coat of primer. And this is probably the third coat of primer because I have blocked it and primed it, and blocked it, primed it, and I'll probably block it again and prime it again before I paint it. But this is just one of those little radical kind of show car deals. I mean, it's not practical, and that's been pointed out to me that well, how are you supposed to get in it? Step on the doors, and you know who you are. I read your comment, but believe it or not, there are actually show cars, lowrider mostly, of cars done this way, and I never thought to ask how do you get in it because it was just the overall fact that it's cool and it's radical. So that's not my problem. Most of those cars don't really get driven. They get trailered. But this idea came to me. It's a poster, and I'm trying to remember exactly so I don't mess it up. But Robert Williams, I don't know if most of you guys are familiar with him or not, but he did a painting and made posters of it. It's called Devil with a Hammer, Hell with a Torch. And when you're looking at the poster, up in the right-hand corner is a 55. It's yellow with blue scallops. And it has the top that raises up like this, the door that lays down, so forth and so on. Really cool artwork. But someone made the 55 a little different, but similar to this. And he did a really nice job. I think it's a survivor. Sorry, I'm stuttering on that. A survivor from, I don't know, the 60s, maybe early 70s. Anyways, someone had posted up on a model car site, and I just thought, man, never thought about looking at artwork to get ideas or inspired to build something radical. So I actually had the Atlantis 57 Chevy kit. And it comes with the doors that open and the trunk and the hood, that sort of thing. But it's kind of a crappy kit. I think it's originally it was a Revell, I believe. And it's got the yellow 57 Chevy on the box, if you remember that. Well, that's basically what this kit is. And of course, I've done some work to it. I've added parts and pieces from different things. It'll have square headlights in it, as you can see. Molded the front, what would you call that? Custom front end off of the AMT 57 Chevy. And the back, I molded in that piece from another AMT 57 Chevy kit. And of course, I made the fender skirts for it. And she'll get a little side pipe. That one's just sitting in there to show you some little old school side pipes. What I'm trying to do here is create something that you would have seen in the 60s, 70s model car magazines. That's what I'm trying to do here. Basically, when I'm done with this car, I want it to look more like a survivor that it could have been built or was built in the late 60s, early 70s. So that's kind of where I'm going with here. And yes, all this works. The hinges were aggravation. Matter of fact, if you guys are interested, that top, that's the kind of hinge I made. A left side and a right side hinge. So when it raises up, there you go. I don't know if you can see that too well. But yeah, there's a left side and a right side to this. And excuse my hands, they're a little dirty because I've been working on the compressor today and cleaning something else I'm going to show you because I got a couple other things I want to show you other than this model. But anyways, that's the hinge I made for the tops. So that's the car, 57 Chevy, kind of a radical custom. I'm not sure what color I'm going to go with yet. Like I said, I want to go with something, sorry about that, go with something like like an old school color that you would have seen in the late 60s, early 70s. Not anything kind of modern, but more than likely I'll just go with some candy. But anyway, so yeah, that's on the bench. And I probably got to block it at least one more time and prime it again before I can paint it. But she's getting there. So if most of you guys have stayed this far, maybe you'll be interested in seeing what I've done next. I got a new project to work on, and I've done some more work to the van. So give me just a second. So here's my new project. This is a 1985 Mongoose Californian, original owner. I'm the second owner of this bike. A friend of mine's parents bought this bike for him, brand new, when we were kids. And he has had this bike, excuse my mess, there's boxes of weather stripping and all sorts of things here for the van and bicycle parts. But the original seat, everything, this bike is complete 100%. The rims are in the bags along with other things, chains, so forth, so on. But my buddy, when I first met him, had this bike, hardly ever rode it, but I wanted this bike so bad. These bikes were like $300+ when we were kids, you know. Couldn't afford one. Yeah, ask your parents about it and they laugh at you. $300, that's a month's rent, boy. Anyways, so I went and seen him the other day to catch up with him. I mean, we went to school together all through high school, that sort of thing. And, you know, life gets in the way, marriage, kids, jobs. And he's retired, I'm retired, so finally caught up with him. Anyways, long story short, this bike has been sitting in pieces in plastic bags in his garage of his basement of his parents' house, which he moved back into. He sold his home, built his mom a new house, and he took over the old house. So he's back into his childhood home, and there it is, sitting in the basement. When I seen it, I offered to buy it. He would not sell it to me. He said, "You can have it. Since you've been wanting that thing from day one, load it up, put it in the van, take it home." So that's what I've done. And when I saw it, I thought it had rust on it, the frame, you know. It's a chromoly frame. Not trying to make this into a bicycle channel because I'm sure some of you guys have already turned away from this. But either way, all it had on it was red Georgia clay dust and some kind of grease, you know, whatever. And it just been sitting there. So it looked like the whole back of this looked like it was rusted. Like, in other words, it needed new chrome plating. But all I did was clean it with soap and water today. I haven't even polished this thing. So I'm going to build me a bike. 54 years old, like I need a 20-inch bicycle. But it's the fact that it's a vintage Mongoose. And to me, as a kid, that was one of the coolest things to have. Now, let me show you some things I've done to the van. Alrighty. So, I changed the grill out. This is actually 80s, well, roughly early 80s, mid 80s Chevrolet truck grill. It's a billet grill, aluminum. Most people don't know the difference in a billet grill and a tube grill, but this was all aluminum billet. I mean, it's flat, polished edges. So what I've done was I bought one brand new and took about 8 inches off of each end of it, which should be right there at the headlights, and made new mounting brackets and bolted that thing right in there. So now it has a custom grill to go along with the front end look. Doesn't look so much like a serial killer van. Let me show you what I've done to the sides. Now, I started adding some decals only because it's going to be a while before I get to this thing and do any body and paint work. And there's a purpose for these decals you're seeing. The purpose is, oh, do you see me? There I am. You guys remember the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Jess Spicoli? Well, I had some magnets made for the van. I come up with that design and that idea myself. It's not part of the movie, but his dad was a TV repairman, had an awesome set of tools. Well, Spicoli's awesome TV repair and surf shop. So that's what I've done with the van. And of course, I've added some decals to the back, and that's about it. Still got to paint the bumpers, things like that. But yeah, there's a few little things. Oh, added new side marker lights. Of course, you guys have seen the fender flares, but that was the last thing, that and the grill, that I've done to the van so far. But yep, this is my hoopty. Having fun with it. Like I said, it's going to be a while before I can actually paint it, so I wanted to do something with it, you know, to kind of take the scary part of the van out of it. Give me just a second. All right, sorry about that. So now you've seen what I've been up to, and what I'm trying to get finished on the bench here. Hopefully you guys are still with me. I'm sure some of you are, and I appreciate your dedication. Meanwhile, you guys stay safe. Try to stay cool. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Later.